Hello guys. God damn it. GG, Matt. You got me there. How's it going, man? How's it going? French configure. Keep your free space to yourself. Early from work today? Are you taking advantage of the fact that you logged in 6 extra hours already this week? Oh no, last week. Right on time. I see. Had your dinner? Where the hell am I? Shit. Who's still cooking? Cool. So, last time on the Quadzerker challenge, well, shit hit the fan. Even though it didn't look like anything happened. I made it to the end of the dungeon, and I'm ashamed to say that I only realized at the end of the dungeon that I had to make my own way back from there. I think subconsciously a part of me realized that obviously that was not going to happen. That's why I have loaded from save slot number 1, which is undoing a lot of progress, but that is unreliable progress anyway. That is like if I hadn't saved on slot 1, then there's a potential this might have been a soft lock, and I would have had to repeat it from the beginning. Because fact of the matter is, I just do not have the resources to make it out of this place. So that's why what I've done is loaded from a previous save, and now I'm making my way out of the dungeon. Why is that? Well, let us talk strategy first. So that is why I said shit has hit the fan. Fact of the matter is, 99 potions and 99 high potions are just not good enough. Are just not enough rather for me to make it through this dungeon, which I would say it is the late part of the mid game only, so it's only going to get worse. And just look at our HP values, about 2000, around about 2000, except for Layla, who is naturally, she will have low HP, whereas high potions, I only have 28 high potions. God damn it. I think the first challenge is going to be making out of here alive, even though I'm only on, what, second floor? Which floor is this? Friday and do shorter one Monday. I'm sure to stop Monday morning. You mean for work, or do you have some personal stuff? I'm okay with that. Because it's gonna mean I'm gonna be terribly behind. Papers and stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm fine with that. Sounds like a good plan. It'll leave me with nothing to watch on Monday, but we'll see. So I'm gonna have a horrible backlog on For Golden Sun on this weekend. I'll have to manage that somehow. Okay, Mysteria B1. Okay, so I am relatively at the beginning. So the BP was that's right. I didn't even complete BP1. And you moved on to BP. Oh shit! No, not these guys. You moved on to BP2. Right. I have stuff to watch. So the scary part here is I don't have enough resources. Still got the hail lesson. Yeah, I got the hail lesson. What's up, Sir Max? My character hears voices. Yeah. So good to hear your voice again. Jesus Christ. Don't start becoming weird. Character has schizophrenia and daddy issues. How did you make the hail lesson using Streamlabs? No. I didn't use Streamlabs. It's my custom program. Okay. Fucking made it out of here. So I can use a cottage. I only have one cottage. Why? God damn it. Making it back to Mysteria is going to be quite a trip. Holy shit. Damn, why damn? Do you have a use for Streamlabs? Oh god. I get famous, the only thing you'll hear is hey listen, hey listen. When I get famous, the hey listen will be the least of my problems. Will you make it your sub? We'll see about that. That is so far into the future, if that is even possible. No use thinking about it right now. What language did you use? This is in Java and JavaScript. It was a very interesting project, if I do say so myself. I had a lot of fun looking at the Twitch API. Damn, what were you expecting? As my intermediate Chrono Trigger. Well, what do you want? I'm just too lazy to change it right now. And I have to change puzzle to the Blue Dragon battle theme. Blue Dragon battle theme is just fantastic, man. I can't get enough of it. It's like it's become half the reason I'm watching Puzzle stream Blue Dragon in the first place, because I have no clue what's going on in the game. Don't tell him, okay? Which I mean, from stuff I actually play, I think I'll put that one you linked, the org file, aim.org. I forget what that exact theme is called, but that was fantastic. I think I'll just cut it up and put an appropriate piece in. Aim by Max, yeah, that one. I really like that one. Oh man, I had much better luck coming here. Thinking of ordering food. What you ordering? Are you alone at home right now? Where the hell are you? I thought you lived with your parents. I don't know. Well, when you don't know, pizza is like the default, at least for me. Pizza or what else? What else do I order on a regular basis? Nah, it's just pizza. Free delivery from Domino's or that's indeed modified version. I much prefer the NES graphics. Yeah, I kill myself. I kill myself all the time, don't worry. Pizza tacos Chinese. And or, okay. I'm thinking Chinese. Where do you get good Chinese from here, especially home delivered? All the things. Well, my hunger is sated with a medium pizza. Like how much? 12-inch or something. Mejwani's is good. Never heard of it, man. Wait, I'll just note it down. What do you order from there? Personally, I prefer Szechuan rice and what's that? Eating some inches. Matt, please. It's super cheap. I'll need to look at that. You can order that from Swiggy, right? Or do you have to order from the place itself? So again, then how do you order it? Zomato. Okay. You have to order from Zomato. Thankfully, I'm not short on cash at least, unless I start buying elixirs. So we're all healed up, and the reason I came to Mysidia, right, I haven't finished talking tactics. Well, put a long story short, we will continue this discussion, but to put a long story short, I am allowing use of teleport outside battle. Where the hell is teleport? Just like it would be in a no magic challenge run. Might as well buy 4 of them. Have you played Mother? No, that's on the list. Definitely want to play it. I'm surprised you even know of it. So what we'll consider... Oh shit, Layla already has thunder. Oh, of course she does. Why am I surprised? So what we can consider here is that we've got Berserkers with time magic secondary skills. Anybody need anything else? I don't think so. So we've got 99 potions. Oh yeah. Must buy a bunch of cottages. So what I'm going to do is, in order to conserve resources, I will not be using high potions or potions on the world map, which makes sense. Instead, just liberally use cottages. And to remember that I need to have enough cottages for the way back from the cave as well. So long story short, I don't have to do the dungeon twice, which is go all the way in, then come out. And I shall explain the reasons shortly. How I arrived at that as opposed to lifting any other restriction. I just thought that this would be the most convenient. Well, actually not the most convenient. I thought allowing teleport made the most sense. Oh shit, I forgot to save. God damn it. Now let's just rewind and look at the problem from an objective perspective. The problem is I don't have enough resources. What? We can encounter marbles in the wild here. Okay, interesting. Marbles were only available inside the dungeon. Parasite and Marlboro. Oshi Marlboro, and they're pretty. You cannot carry anymore. Oh wow! Give me a high potion now that I have 99, huh? Yeah. Well done, Marlboro. Well done. Trolling me even in death. FF2 Marlboros are pretty tame compared to their counterparts in other Final Fantasies. Not to mention, well, the entire game is one big troll, as we already know. So compared to everything else, Marlboros are not a big deal in this game, but it is worth noting that it is the first appearance of Marlboros. Oh my god, I'm dropping frames! So, after 2 whole weeks of no issues, finally this happens. It's almost a relief, you know. And seems to be back to green. Few drop frames here. Did the video just lag, or did it buffer at your end? It never dropped to under 800. Remember that I've set a bitrate of 1600, which is really sky high for me. Haven't dropped a single frame for 2 whole weeks. And I was almost starting to put it at the back of my mind. Did about fuck. That's sad. I'm not gonna make it out of this alive. I think I just saved. Wow. This is that the hero. Now I could grind my way past these cockatrices, seeing as how magic defense is involved in order to dodge their stone touch. Well, we won't be able to dodge their physical attacks, but we will be able to avoid getting petrified if we grind magic defense. But as you can see, if you don't have evade at this stage in the game, even though I've spent how much time? Yeah, almost 12 hours into the game. And at this stage, if you don't have evade, you just you're gonna get stoned a lot. I think I've already demonstrated how bad revenants can be with their HP drain touch. Like, I think we can pretty safely say that the revenants are the most dangerous encounters for us at this stage. Cockatrices, the thing about cockatrices is that they are pretty weak, pretty easy to take down, and if nothing else, I can save scum past it. Save scum is yet another thing which initially I thought I wouldn't allow, but the thing is, it becomes way too painful otherwise. I'm just trying to avoid grinding whenever possible. So instead of grinding, what I'm doing is lifting a restriction. So why does save scum make sense in this context? Well, if you compare it to Final Fantasy V, FF5 does not allow you to save within a dungeon, but crap, forgot to use cottage. It does not allow you to use save within a dungeon, except it does allow you save points. So if you compare it like that, and there is not a lot of distance between two consecutive save points, if we consider that the world map can be considered the save point right before the dungeon. Did I not buy I did buy cottages, I swear. Ah, there you go. So in order to compensate for that difference, there is no real equivalent here of how we can simulate a save point. Because remember, on the save point, we are allowed to use cottages. What? Why is Buds at low HP? Okay, wait. There's a save file. Yeah, everybody's at full HP. Cottages don't really recover all of your HP and MP, but I think cottages recover about 5,000. So it's not gonna matter right now. But once we get over 5,000, or I don't know, we might have to grind to quad 9 HP at some point. So the point I'm trying to make is, in order to simulate in order to try and simulate that mechanic where you have save points at consistent intervals during a dungeon, that is why I'm allowing saves coming. Plus, to add to the fact that some encounters in FF2 are just trolls. I mean, why would I say even some? There are a lot of encounters which are just straight up trolls. Classic example is those slimes. You're just not meant to fight those slimes with just physical attacks. Case in point. Speak of the devil. So for those reasons, in order to maintain my sanity, saves coming is allowed. And the only reason I'm allowing saves coming even for what should be a simple encounter under other circumstances, where I mean other circumstances wherein if I'm playing the game casually, the cockatrice encounter would be a non-issue. So why is this considered special circumstances? Because it's just it's going to involve a lot of grinding. And normally I say grinding in FF2 is I will never use the word enjoyable for grinding, but at least it's not as painful as in most other level based games, because the grinding over here is very specific and targeted, which in certain circumstances it even makes it enjoyable. Even though I said I won't use the word enjoyable, it's FF2 after all. But in order to even avoid that much grinding, I'm just allowing myself to save scum past the cockatrice encounter, because there is much worse things. Unless we have a dungeon full of those kind of encounters which I'm having to save scum past, I'll allow this. For example, if you remember back in the Disc Cavern, I could have saved scum past the Gigas encounters, but I chose not to. Instead, I chose to actually employ some strategy, which turned out to be go to Mysidia and buy some ogre axes. I think that was absolute genius. I don't know how I didn't plan for it, because though how much this challenge run has deviated from my original plan is quite shocking actually. So my original plan was at Hello Puzzle. How long did you stream? Is it another 8-hour Blue Dragon stream? And did you manage to reach that village? What was that village? Like 2 hours more. Okay. Reach Gibraltar. Fantastic. So next stream you're gonna start with that the actual interesting part, which you said I would always miss. Who knows? I might even miss that. That's just my luck, isn't it? And Simon looted the whole place. What? Oh, you mean for nothings? Or looted it for something else? Some things. Starting with the finale of Disc 1. Poggers. Also talking to Nothing Man. Okay, you haven't done that off stream. Why how many nothings I have? To a third-party observer, that statement would only be mathematically correct. Other lucky levels I would really like to have. Why don't you grind off stream? You wanted to reach freelancer generalist level 15 or 16, didn't you? And I think you wanted some black magic levels as well. Got into the city. You can't leave? Hotel California, huh? Can't help. Oh shit. Well, that's bad news then. Gate locked. Man, the most frustrating instance of gate lock I've ever encountered was Saronia in FF3. I was like, you're just randomly flying in their airspace and they shoot you down and they don't even let you leave. That's like the worst. Because that is and to add to the misery, that is right before Garuda. So how the hell do you grind? Soft locked if you didn't use a separate save, you are so screwed. Man, that was horrible. I think I had a save state, so thankfully I could do that. But again, watching you play on the console has many different challenges. In a way, I'm glad I don't really have. What do you think of the music? Pathetic. Pathetic, absolutely pathetic. Like, oh, I just can't tolerate it. Man, I hope you would just switch it off. I mean, who's this Nobuo Uematsu guy? He's like the worst music composer ever. I can't believe that boss battle theme was Uematsu. Sounds much more like some indie rock band or something. Uematsu on the lyrics by Akira Toriyama. Very surprising. Oh god damn it, a whole bunch of Marlboros are just wrecking my shit. Five hits for 200 damage. Like per Marlboro, the damage is reasonable, but holy crap, when you encounter like 5 or 6 of them, that's when the damage adds up. So I'm gonna think like a noob and try to see where I can get more defense. First, I get off the shit on my mages and I need like a lot of generous levels. Dude, you really should have grinded before entering that place. You don't even have an excuse. You already knew what was going to happen. God, look at how much HP my people have. It's just ridiculous. I thought you could. Did you not remember this segment of the game? Well, you didn't remember that cringe scene, so I guess you did not remember. So long time to find any substantial boss. Five OP bosses in a row. Worse than the Phoenix even. Wow, you have some pain ahead of you then. How many times did you wipe to the Phoenix? Uh, 95% of people just quit hard mode. Oh no. Wipe to the Phoenix once. Could have sworn you wiped like 3 times. But I'll take a word for it. Then I understood the mechanic. Let me take this fight. It's only got 3 slimes. 2 slimes rather. The wind attack when not charging it does that OP cyclone shit. Ah, so it's a gimmick boss like FF5. Just unlock. I see. Well, I guess that is to be expected from a Final Fantasy-esque game. You're like 20 power-ups. What? It was mega. Status quo. Inventory full, cannot carry anymore. Okay. Fans flame, but he's also a bird, so extra effective. Oh shit! This floor has ghosts. At least it's great that I have enough magic defense to tank 500 damage! Oh my god! These guys hurt so much! So this is the second part I want to highlight. When you have no evasion, you take this kind of damage from just 3 hits. Oh god! That is painful. And it's not, the actual damage is not painful, it's the fact that I have to heal all of that. Oh my god. EB! What's up? You cannot carry anymore, fantastic. All they dropped was a fucking potion. I should have crosses? I think so, I stocked up. So the fact that agility is important as heck. Well, with CTB based system like that, definitely agility must be very important. Like if you can get 2 turns before the enemy gets 1, I mean that's definitely an advantage. Major assassin right now. Yes, remember assassin gets 60. Whoa, mage with 60 agility. Holy shit. What is that doing in this game? Well, You see, I'm basically playing FF5. That's where the Quadzerker challenge comes from. We've got Bugs, Lena, Zezad, and Layla. The four Dawn warriors from this age. Nobody's allowed to complain. High potions, I have 78. Good, I still have a decent amount, and this is the last floor, I believe. How the hell did I not have enough high potions last time? Whatever. I'm not going to tolerate walking out of dungeon. Actually, I can. Can I? What's your name? Leon? Take a guess. Galoof? No. Well, Galoof dies. So, Leon is the opposite, isn't he? He's like, he only joins us at the end. So, what mold does Leon fit in? Actually, it was a very, it was kind of a stretch. I named him based on how I relate a certain character in the game. Paris? No. Layla is Paris. Unfortunately, I could not rename Layla, but Layla is just Paris. It would not be Krill or Paris. Nah. So, my thinking went like this. He's a guy who is basically a bad guy, but then turns over to our side. Call Leon. No, come on, dude. FF5 naming conventions. Okay, here's a hint. They are not necessarily playable characters. Well, obviously they are not necessary. God damn it, puzzled. See, you figured it out. Could have kept that yourself. Oh god, Marlboros. So yeah, our Leon is Gilgi. Alternative. I know. I just wanted EB to figure it out. Gilgi the bad guy, that good guy. Yeah. And he'll be with us at the end. Shout out to it. Well, consider it this way. EB is the one that started the activity. Doesn't he deserve to be the one to finish it as well? Even though you got it. Speaking of chat activities, I've completely forgotten to activate the quiz. That's not how chat works. Well, it's pretty clear to see. There's everyone to input. I'm just thinking of how I could have handled it so that Gilgamesh was still an option. Oh no, not the ghost. But it wasn't a definitive answer. Nah. Have to give it to puzzle. Bad breath. Okay, yeah. So the good thing is we have enough magic defense to actually tank that bad breath. You haven't updated my... Yeah, dude, maybe I'll do it over the weekend. I haven't worked on my bot in a long time. But you also just recently started playing Blue Dragon, so just wait for a while. I need to update Matt's song as well. All this takes time. Even if it's only like half an hour. Honestly, the way if my next weekend goes the way my last weekend went, finding even half an hour is going to be very difficult in front of my laptop. Alright, this dungeon is done. Albeit using teleport. Like, I'll never forgive myself, will I? For using teleport. Our dungeon is blue dragon. Especially after your power goes off. Oh man, I visited my aunt's place and what did you say? Gazebo. What's a gazebo, by the way? To a dungeon and boss rush. Tomorrow. Oh, come on! Give me some other stupid encounter. I didn't even take cockatrice. Seriously? Hang on. RNG. I need to forward RNG or something. I wish we had a definitive answer on how this RNG works. Because apparently there's something related to frames, but sometimes it's also related to the timing. Equip Gaia Hammer. Yeah, I guess RNG worked, huh? One red flan this time. God damn it. I'm gonna get a quick proc. I'm actually considering the feasibility. Yeah, I'll take this encounter. I'm considering the feasibility of something like that. You know, in FF5, just physically using a weapon, it has a chance to proc something. But in FF5, it doesn't work like that. You actually have to select it from the inventory. That is the closest I can think of to weapon procs. Hoping to give a reset tile encounter. That could have also been an option, yes. Self-destruct, nobody cares about that. I have enough defense to tank that. I don't know how many times I've said this, but I really wish that more enemies use this self-destruct mechanic. It's a magical attack, but it actually takes physical defense into account because there is no magic defense. So effectively speaking, for this specific self-destruct attack, it uses your physical defense as your magic defense, and which is why it's doing 0 damage. Because even though self-destruct 7, it has 7 multipliers. It's basically multiplying by 0 because of the physical defense that we have. I think, yeah, it would have been really cool if even magical attacks was split into physical magic attacks and magic attacks. Like Golden Sun, actually. I'm praising Golden Sun for a change. I think that's a really cool mechanic. Some magic attacks, like the only reason they would be called magic is you won't be able to dodge them with physical evasion. What? Yeah, I don't even have to refer to Golden Sun. It's like Spellblade. Spellblade is considered a physical magic attack, I believe. Why am I going back to Mysteria? Do I need to go back to Mysteria? No, I don't. Now that Mysteria Cave is done, we have the Crystal Rod, right? With the Crystal Rod, we need to enter Mysteria Tower. And Layla is gonna leave us, so I might as well... So magic works in Blue Dragon, it seems Scoots. Which class is that, by the way? What's the class called? Swordmaster. Hmm. Oh no! Carnival. An entire Carnival's dungeon. Unlock Shadowa soon. Shadowa is that other well-endowed character that you showed me. Okay, we're down to 3 party members. That's Zola. Alright, right, that's Zola. Shadowa is a spell. But you were talking about Flare. What will also get Zola? How the hell am I getting preemptive strikes? I don't know. But oh dear, look at the damage. Okay, 600 damage, fine. Like, if I'm not one-shotting these creatures, survivability is under question. Twist headband. Yeah, I'm totally allowed to use twist headband. I'll give that to Furion. Butts rather. Damn, Butts has way too much HP. But after you left, yeah, I guess so. Should I carry into King Gibral? You said? God damn it. You said you only reached Gibral. Did you already go through a cutscene or two? Twist headband is, for all practical purposes, equivalent to the giant's helmet. It gives plus 10 attack. It has, I think, 0 weight. Even though it's not considered mage equipment, Twist headband is like considered monk equipment, so it's light armor. Because I couldn't log on. Okay, fair enough. Nothing very important diplomatic stuff. Well, you got Zola, that's important. Whatever, dude. So twist headband, yeah. National Zola was very important. Let's take a look at his evasion. Evasion is up to 10% for some strange reason. I guess it's because of the black card. Volqueras and flame armor. Okay. Lena and Zazat both have 0% evasion. Here's our plan. Okay. And we got a Power Vest, which, who shall I give it to? I think the Power Vest is a decent defensive equipment. Also plus 10 to Strength. So plus 10 to Strength could actually be best utilized by Lena. Yeah, instead of the gold cuirass, she has pretty low defense. Butts has 67 defense, 46 and 50, which is how I want. But 46 for this stage is pretty low. I guess we have the answer of why she takes so much damage. But not from ghosts. Ghosts are bastards. They have HP drain. And as I explained before, HP drain is basically percentage of your max HP drained, regardless of how much defense you have. One more reason why evasion is key in this game. And now that we have reached the latter part of the mid game, we can see that no matter how much defense we have, the enemies are still able to do massive amounts of damage to us. Now one could say that it could be counteracted with enough HP, and I honestly don't have an answer to what is the expected amount of HP by the end of the game. Because generally what I've found is that players think about the caps. What are the caps for all the stats you've got? But then very rarely, at least in Final Fantasy games, you are never ever expected to hit the caps. I don't know if it's intended for power grinders or not, but power grinders are a thing. Power Armlet, should I give more defense to Lena? Nah, let's give this to Zazat. Let's take a look at everybody's accuracy. 95%, 99%, and 99%. So at least in terms of accuracy, we've got enough equipment to counteract the low accuracy of the axe. I still can't believe even something as good as the Ogre Axe is only 50% accuracy. That's horrible. But it does make a very important point that axes don't have very good accuracy. That's why you want your good strength characters to use axes, not for the extra attack, but rather for the extra accuracy. Okay, Richard. Richard is going to be an extra special character for us because here I've already planned out my challenge run for Soul of Rebirth. And since I didn't really take it into account when I had Minwoo, and you can ask why you wear accessory instead of armor. And why is that? Do I have an axe? Of course I have an axe. Ogre Killer, no shields. Giant's Helm, okay. Full Cuirass is light armor, but it doesn't give more armor than the Knight's armor. Anyways, I think it's gonna have 0% evasion anyway, so might as well keep it with the Knight's armor, just for the sake of psychology. The next one, for example, how did one import friendship to the gut surface? Well, let me dispel that doubt, EB. Leviathan swallowed us all. Okay, this guy doesn't give us the answer. Where is he? Is it this guy? Where is that Leviathan? Okay, Mr. Obvious. There's a solid hole. Yeah, we can see that. Can you explain where the furniture came from? Look at that cover there. I know. Answer's coming right up. Right when Leviathan opens its mouth, there's a second way we could escape, but there's just too many monsters. Seriously? I swear, someone tells us. This is just great, isn't it? Are we supposed to live out the rest of our lives in here? What about the old man? How about the assortment of beds? And look at this arrangement. It's like he must have swallowed a restaurant or something. Outdoor restaurant. No, how can it be outdoor? 10 years I've been living here. How? What have you been eating? Okay, don't answer that. There's no way out, I'm sure of it. The sooner you give up and accept it, the easier it'll be for you. Yo, we are RPG protagonists. None of this would have ever happened to us if it weren't for that old man and his stupid crystal rod. Who the hell wrote this dialogue? They have a dining area right next. It's like the scenic spot here. I swear, I thought someone told us that he swallowed us along with all the furniture. Traveling by sea on a ship, and all of that must be from the ship. At least that's what I assume. But it's so well organized. One has to give these guys credit, huh? Setting up shop inside Leviathan's stomach as if it's totally okay. Kudos. I certainly wouldn't have survived 10 years. What kind of entertainment must they have over there? I'm sure you guys must be getting great signal. I've been told that the human body is a fantastic conductor of waves, electromagnetic waves. Look at this monster in a box. And this is yet another monster in a box which is just there to troll you. At least there are no slimes along with them. Holy shit, Richard's gonna die? Can you give me a turn? Oh, he's dead, isn't he? Oh wait, that was an ambush? Oh god. Gotta wait for all 5 of them to cast a spell now. These guys are stupidly fast. Right, regarding the use of teleport. So, back when we found out that it was going to be really difficult or close to impossible to make it through the dungeon and out with 99 potions and 99 high potions, let's consider our options in that situation, shall we? So I think the most obvious option would have been to just grind HP. Of course, any amount of HP would be undermined by the fact that monsters like Wraiths, Revenants, and Ghosts, they just drain a percentage of your max HP, regardless of how much HP you have, how much defense you have. But still, seeing as how those monsters are in the minority, we could have managed. So that would have been a HP grind. That would have been a HP grind. How much HP would have been sufficient? That I don't really know. But the problem with that strategy, I feel, is if I had grinded for say 5000 HP, then it's possible that it would have made the subsequent game a lot easier. And one of the things I want to do here is demonstrate why not equipping shields is such a bad idea. And honestly, this took so much longer than I initially expected. Like, we were able to make it well over half the game without with this contrary strategy. And why I say contrary is I firmly believe that the game was built in such a way that really you would only succeed one particular way. But of course, this remake has proven that to be false. You can pretty much do whatever the hell you want, and at the very least, you will get to half the game. However, here we are hitting a challenge where we just don't have enough resources to last us through the dungeon. Of course, what one needs to consider also is that I'm not using magic at all. So all in all combined, it just forms an incredibly restrictive challenge run. Use a code that permanently grants with Berserker's status in battle. Well, there is no Berserk status here. Berserk is instead, what the Berserk spell does is it just increases your attack. It's not a status in FF2. I don't think it's a status in FF3 either. It only started from FF4, the Berserk status. And in FF4, I believe Berserk is not even considered a beneficial, or is it? Well, Berserk is... No, it's not considered a beneficial status because the crystal male for some reason resists Berserk. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, we all know FF5 Berserk is considered a beneficial status. No doubts about that. This weapon does not lose control. Yep. So this is essentially just a simulation of not having any control in battle. Just pressing the A button. I think we should be good to face Leviathan, rather the Roundworm. And if it doesn't give, we just learn him to output more damage. Yep. And Richard is down already. 600 damage. Look at that. 700 damage. And may I point out that we have the best defense money can buy, and what we can find and what we have found. Basically, we have the best defense so far in the game, and the enemy is still doing 700 damage out of our total of about, let's say, 2500 HP. So this is just ridiculous. The common theme of enemy design in this game is they have very high attack, but they have a low number of hits. So yeah, I'm calling 6 and 7 hits as low number of hits because hits can go pretty high. Let's just say it can go as high as 32, although it very rarely does. At least using the cottage in the ship does not look like a... what do you call that? Let's go into Mysteria Tower. Oh, I should have saved her. Oh, never mind. Never mind. So, get ready for some Mage Rage. Even though it's only the GBA. Now, another thing I've decided is not to collect all treasure. So from a wanton 100% rule is become I've lost the 100% bestiary and the 100% treasure now. Simply because I need to conserve resources. Any other kind of job class challenge such as black mage or white mage? I have done a magic only challenge run, which is something that I enjoyed so much I really need to repeat. I did a Magic Only challenge run on the PSP version, and I think it would be incredibly interesting in the NES version. Apart from that, I don't think I have done a challenge like that. Like, would a no magic challenge run would be considered? I don't think so, because pretty much anyone can use any weapon. But in my magic only challenge run, I did assign specific types of magic, specific classes of magic to each character. Holy shit! Okay, so here is another challenge we are going to be facing. Oh god, this is going to be fun. This is going to be so much fun. So these assholes can use Confuse 16. Okay, Confuse 16. Confuse 16, there is very low chance of actually dodging that, and the only reason that Butts is not affected by it is because of the twist headband. Like, imps are one of the most horrible monsters in this game, and this is why. Confuse 16. Now, one question to ask is, how come I never faced any such problems in a no magic challenge run? Well, once again, I must point out the difference between using a shield and not using a shield. Specifically, the fact that shields allow you to... Wait, I'm actually gonna win this? Nobody has hit Butts yet. Specifically, the fact that using shields essentially acts as an agility modifier. I can't believe I'm actually gonna win this. Seriously? What the fuck? Listen to me complaining about winning an unwinnable encounter. Yeah, fuck those guys. See, this is another reason I'm using teleport. I don't have to lose all of that progress I made. Speaking of progress, daily reminder that I should always stock up 99 high potions before entering a dungeon. So this is of course, shit! Using a cottage does not bring them back to life. Oh, great. Why do I keep forgetting this stuff? I'm not playing FF5. Can I please remember that? That was a waste of a cottage, but it's not as if I'm struggling for money. Speaking of struggling for money, holy crap. Another option that we had when we found out that we could not survive the entire dungeon on just... on just 99 potions and 99 high potions is, and get ready for this, 99 elixirs. How does that sound? Might as well go to pen. I'd rather face goblins right now rather than ghosts. Goblins and ghosts. Still can't believe how much HP we've got. This is just so ridiculous. And all of this has been no grinding, although it has been 12 hours. Speaking of 12 hours, my no magic challenge run kind of ended at 12 hours, didn't it? I think, to put it very simply, look at the no magic challenge run and look at this challenge run, and that would essentially be the difference between using shields and not using shields. Actually, that's not entirely fair, is it? We had access to very, very useful weapons without considering the extra restrictions of only using axes. Thing is, none of the axes in this game have special properties, unless you count. Damn it. Unless you want to be generous and count the Venom Axe. You know what the Venom Axe does? It poisons the enemy! Oh man, that's gonna work. Like 5 HP poison damage per round? I'm sure that's OP. That's one of the reasons I was surprised in FF5 that poison damage is actually fractional. That is so much more useful than 3 damage per round, especially when enemies have 1600 HP. I sure as hell can't outlast that. Not by defense tanking instead of. Damn it! I forgot to do the actual thing. 5 plus poison stress. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think that is where I found out that poison damage is fractional. First thing to buy is 99 high potions. And make sure to not use any high potions in the world map. 200,000 gil only, and that's only going to get me 4 elixirs. So yeah, speaking of grinding cash, one option available was to grind enough cash for 99 elixirs. And 99 elixirs would obviously be much more efficient than not buying. Having 99 elixirs somehow would have been much more efficient than 99 high potions. I wouldn't mind if high potions like FF5 restored proper 500 HP. Because right now we only really have 2500 HP. So even if someone went down to critical HP, they would be restored by 5 high potions. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way, and 500 is actually on the higher end of what a high potion can restore here. Sadly, it's down to the RNG. Oh look, it's our good friend Gigas. So one thing we have noticed is Imp encounter is a troll encounter in this dungeon. Like, it's not outside the realms of possibility to actually be able to survive that. But let's see if we are able to survive with everybody alive. That's gonna be vanishingly unlikely. Oh look, speak of the devil. Blink 3. And what's even more frustrating is that the imps have a very high chance of using Confuse 16. Like, not only do they come in large groups, because of the ridiculously high chance of using Confuse 16, it's likely that at least one of them will use. And here it goes. And because it's Confuse 16, it's almost guaranteed to confuse anybody who does not outright resist the confusion status. Now, before I was talking about how this does not affect me in the no magic challenge run, and it has all to do with turn order. This also shows us the importance of turn order because of shields, which is what governs. Shields indirectly govern turn order. What actually governs turn order is your evasion percent stat, which is then derived from shields indirectly. So generally what we can see here is confusion, frequently confusion goes out after the current turn. The only reason that confusion is really costing us a lot is the fact that we take our turn, my characters take their turn after the imps. So what would generally happen in if turn order was in my favor is that I would take my turn first, all 4 of my characters would take their turn first, then the imps would use confuse, thus confusing my character. As I said, anybody who does not outright resist confuse will be confused because it's so high level, and that's why this encounter is a troll. Like, just imagine how much magic defense you need to have in order to be able to dodge that. I don't think we were designed to dodge that to begin with. Richard is just never going to survive a fight, is he? Should I just give up on him? in order to save resources. That is starting to sound like a actually good idea. I'm down 10 high potions already. And it's not even as if the imps are doing a lot of damage. They are doing double digit damage, sometimes single digit damage, because of the amount of defense I've got. Instead, because of confusion, my party members are hitting each other. With the ogre axe, that damage stacks up. Oh look, we've got vampire girls. Another set of enemies with HP drain. Look at the amount of damage they're doing. 4 hits for 600 damage. Jesus Christ. Charm 6. At least it's only Charm 6. There's a chance we will dodge this. Of course, Richard is not able to dodge that because he's got crap magic defense. This is a complaint that I have heard from many first-time players, and I kind of have to agree that the fourth party member that joins relatively weak, especially if you've been grinding. Well, I beg to differ, but they definitely don't have enough evasion or magic evade. I think they join with appropriate HP and weapon skill values, because otherwise not everybody is going to be Minwoo. Not everybody is going to be so damn strong. I don't know if I can include Fusoya in that. Is Fusoya supposed to be like OP when he joins you? Or like, sure, he's got holy and stuff like that, but he only does comparable damage to your party members, doesn't he? But I remember when I was playing FF4, when Fusoya joined, I was like, holy shit, this guy's got like everything. But I assume that generally people who play FF4 grind at some point or other. I actually prefer walking on these flames to avoid encounters. For a completely useless flame sword, but like I managed to survive this far without using a sword. At least we are doing enough damage to one-shot most enemies here. Oh god! Marlboro Terra! And these guys also come in very large groups. 7 hits! Five hits for 260 damage. 7 hits for 380 damage. Oh wow. I think once again we have reached a stage where I don't see how I'm going to get through this without grinding. And by default, grinding HP. Of course, as I pointed out, more HP is not going to do shit against the vampire girls or the ghosts with HP drain attacks. Oh shit, this might be a rip! Wow! Oh, we are stun locked. Fantastic. Wow. And I have not been keeping up with the rip counter. Counter is supposed to be at 15, but I think I did not update it. I was gonna Yeah, I didn't update it. It's supposed to be at 16 right now. And I can't even say that's a troll encounter. That's a completely legitimate encounter. The only thing they do is poison and stun. So for now, without a lot of grinding, the only strategy, if you can even call it a strategy, I have against the Marlboro Terra is save scum. This is an instance where save scumming comes in handy. Because just imagine how unfair this fight is. No, it's not exactly unfair, but the imp fight is just absolutely unfair. As is the vampire girl fight. Because vampire girls, I think they can come in groups of 5. If they come in groups of 5, there is no way I'm surviving that. I'm just thankful that these girls don't travel in groups. Oh god, Lena has overtaken Butts in terms of HP. Oh god, what world am I living in? And Zezat has the least HP of the 3. The world has just inverted itself. Oh shit, are you serious? The white robe has more defense than the flame armor. Wow, I had absolutely no idea about this. A mage equipment has more defense than a heavy armor. Wow. Obviously I can't equip the white robe, but what? That makes no sense. I'm just shifting around armor so that Lena has the most armor right now. I don't even know why I'm wasting time like this. Hello, Shihali. That's why I'm so the worst enemy in the game. Yep, very clear demonstration here. Flame Helm. No. I'm gonna... Actually, Flame Helm will give more defense, right? So Zezat might appreciate that. Right now, what I'm concerned about is more defense and more importantly, accuracy. Flame Helm does indeed have more defense, but let's take a look at its accuracy. Accuracy is still 99. Accuracy is very, very important because these guys don't seem to be getting a lot of strength. Look at that. Lena only has 44 strength, Butts only has 45 strength. I think if somehow everybody can naturally get 50 strength, I won't need to rely on strength boosting equipment. Because right now, these guys have Twist Headband, Giant's Gloves, Giant's Helm, Giant's Gloves, And Power West and Power Arm, everybody has plus 20 strength. So all of those stats were adjusted after plus 20 strength. It's quite disheartening. Using axes without strength is just it's just bad. It's bad, okay? So how are we going to deal with the Marlboro Terra? This is what I was discussing about Mysidia Cave as well. What options do we have? What options do we really have when we are faced with challenges like this? Oh, this guy has boss theme. Once again, I don't know why I'm surprised. Of course he has a boss theme. Okay, let's discuss options. 5 hits. Bye-bye Richard. God damn it, he's never gonna gain HP. At least the damage we are doing is good. And we seem to have enough HP to outlast this guy. Bosses in this game, I think this is yet another demonstration that bosses in this game, no matter what strategy you use, bosses in this game are not the actual problems, it's the damn random encounters. Strongly considering just letting him stay dead. This guy's just a liability at this stage. Not only does he get KO'd at the beginning of the fight, for some reason the enemies also seem to target Richard much more than the other party members. Hard game, by the way. It's actually hard right now. Yeah, we'll just let him remain dead. I just need to make sure that I set him up properly before he leaves the party, because I need a decent setup on him for Soul of Rebirth. For the Soul of Rebirth challenge run. But contrary to traditional hard game, by the way, contrary to that, it's the damn random encounters that are proving to be a problem. Now, I haven't really seen a Quadzerker run in FF5. But I would assume that it would be the bosses, it would be the other way around. The bosses would be so much more difficult than regular random encounters. But that's FF2 for you. It's a random encounters that will get you. $2,500, $2,500, $2,400 on Cezad. Okay, everybody has about $2,500. It's like, why do I even care about HP? Where am I going? Do I want all of this equipment is the question. How much high potions? 72 high potions? Okay, I guess that is good enough. Ice shield. Oh shit, I did not need ice shield. I think here I will get ice lance. I don't want the ice lance. Not gonna bother using lances. Oh, Revenant's crap, this is gonna hurt. 2 hits, 300 damage, okay. I think I'm gonna add strength as well to the list of possible grind options. The problem is, with the Quadzerker challenge run, under these restrictions where I'm not really allowed to manipulate targeting or stuff like that, change equipment. Changing equipment actually turns out to be very strategic importance. Only when you realize, only under situations when you realize that you can't change equipment mid-battle, you realize the strategic importance of being able to change equipment. true story. So because you're not allowed, because I'm not allowed to do any of that stuff, I don't see a feasible way of. Oh god damn it! 500 HP just gone like that. And specters are not even supposed to be very difficult enemies. I mean, seriously, this HP drain is turning into the biggest annoyance. And we've not even seen the worst instance of that. Holy crap. Let me reach that stage in the game and oh god, I'm not looking forward to that. Ice gloves, yeah. I want some equipment. Who can that go to? That can go to Butts, I guess. Shit. That'll reduce his accuracy. But I think that is something that needs to be done. I need more defense. Well, more defense is not really going to help me. But let's just pretend that we always want more defense. Quadzerker challenge run, by the way. I think a better name for this challenge run would have been a noob challenge run. Noob plays FF2. Can't really call. I think it's pretty presumptuous to call anyone who has not done their homework to be noobs. But I think it conveys the message. If you try to approach this like a traditional RPG, this is the kind of pain. Noob literally means to be. Good point, yeah. Noob just has a negative connotation to it because of the way it's being used. But yeah, you've got a very good point. Good, but all too accurate. Ice armor. That's. Jesus, like, you have to appreciate the amount of defense that this black garb gives. We are a couple dungeons after we actually got the black garb, and we still haven't found any equipment that can outclass it. And that's not even considering that it gives us some magic defense, it gives us matter resistance. Maybe someone's particularly ignorant, originally due to newness. A noob is someone who's new. Is noob actually a word? I mean, a thing. I thought it was always noob, not even O. It was like N00B, wasn't it? In leet speak. Yeah, coming back to the point, the black garb, like, no matter how much I speak about the black garb, it always falls short of how awesome it is. Not to mention the white robe, holy crap. Let's compare the black garb with the white robe. Noob and no are the same. New and no are the same in most American accents. But what about written form? White robe. Okay, white robe. White robe has 10 less defense than the black garb. Well, TLDR, black garb is awesome, and I am glad I'm able to use it. Did I give the ice robe to someone? Not the ice robe. New was coined later. Okay, so it is actually a thing. That makes sense. Ignorant and stupid connotation of noob. So yeah, I guess we could call this challenge run as a noob challenge run. Wine was like new and do. So you don't pronounce it as do, it's do. Do the do. Seriously? That's what it's supposed to mean? Do the do. I guess that's where they came up with that slogan for do. I better we lost those fights. Yeah, I can see that now. More defense. And then one of the few. But you did say... Oh god. Oh my god. 4 hits for 700 damage. Ladies, can you please stop literally sucking HP from me? At least we can one-shot. We can't one-shot them! Holy crap. Vampire ladies are a huge problem. Spectres are a huge problem. I don't think we've got ghosts in this dungeon, but they are a huge problem. Are you seeing a pattern here? Oh, we are only on the 5th floor yet. That one ends in being a huge problem. Honestly, the rarity with which he uses physical attacks, he's not the main problem. But you know who is the main problem. I'm just actually, I'm just trying to see if I can reach that place in one piece. To reach the final dungeon in one piece to actually show how big of an assholes they can be. But this is making me doubt my abilities very much if I can continue without shields. Try my best though. I'm just trying to avoid grinding as much as possible, but at some point in time, I think I'll just have to bite the bullet. Oh, look at this. Like, I would always hope for Spectres to use a physical attack instead of their signature Break 6 or Ice 13 or whatever the hell that is. But this time, I desperately hope they use a spell instead of their physical attack because it hurts! 500 damage from 4 hits! Oh god. Jump from the crash. God damn it. I'd completely forgotten about that. I'm disallowed from grinding until I... Wait. I was playing Golden Sun this morning, and they asked me to. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. I'm not lost. I thought I was lost. They asked me to go meet Lunpa. And I was like, how the hell do we do that? That entire place is empty. But apparently you're supposed to take one of the hidden steps. It's not really hidden, but I thought that just faded into the background. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing next. I was lost for a good 10 minutes there. Yeah, exactly, those stairs. Stupid Lemuria. But I'm like, it took me forever. I won't say it took me forever. What really took me forever is that stand puzzle in Ankol. That took me forever. Might as well resurrect Richard just in case. He dies immediately. At least he takes 1 hit. That'll be 1 less high potion I have to spend on my primary characters. But yeah, HP drain attacks turning out to be a huge issue. Because of the resource drain. Come on man, you're supposed to attack Richard. I swear, if he survives this fight, not a big deal I guess. And of course, When he does target Richard, it's with an AoE. Thank you, Mr. Ice Gigas. And of course, he's not gonna gain HP. How many Phoenix Stones do I have? I have 55 Phoenix Stones. You know what I'm gonna do? One strategy I'm gonna use is Resurrect Richard after every fight. I'm not gonna waste high potions on him, but I have plenty of Phoenix Stones. So that way, I'll at least be able to avoid one hit. He'll take that damage. I literally don't care if he dies. So as we can see, HP drain attacks are turning out to be a huge issue. And the biggest problem with HP drain attacks is that the default answer is a wrong answer. You want to grind HP? That's just going to make things worse. Because you're just going to have to use more high potions to recover the lost HP. And the sooner we figure that out, the sooner we can try and think about alternate strategies. Thank you, Richard. That's more like what I'm talking about. Even though it was only 160 damage, that's still 160 HP I don't have to recover. And I like the fact that such a restrictive challenge run is forcing me to come up with these stupid ideas. Oh shit, this is a nightmare. Revenants in the front row, Spectres also in the front row actually. Yeah, we're going to take a massive amount of damage. Pillar is not simply healing through HP drain? Yes, in a casual playthrough, you have more than likely grinded a lot of MP. And essentially with an infinite MP pool, since you can grind that, you can just have your cure spells carry you through, provided you don't actually die in any single fight. But when you don't allow yourself to use magic, you run into the very real possibility of running out of resources. So it's not about inventory. I couldn't make it through Mysidia Tower with 2000 HP on everyone and 99 potions, and not Mysidia Tower, sorry, Mysidia Cave. I could not make it through all the way. And on top of that, I realized that I have to make it back as well, which is why I decided to allow using teleport outside battle. Because I think in the absence of save points which was a thing in FF5, where you could use tents and cottages, I think this is a fair trade-off. This is a fair compensation for me for not being able to use cottages. Hey, listen, that only works once per stream. Jesus Christ, Lena! Calm down with your HP! Yeah, absolutely. God, you programmed it well. Or did you mean good I programmed it well? Of course I programmed it well. And we are down to 36 high potions only. And we are on the 8th floor. Okay, might be able to make it. Mysidia Tower is 10 floors. And arguably it's the longest dungeon in the game. So if I'm able to make it out of here, I think we can say that I have a good amount of HP to survive the upcoming dungeons at least. I have a better programming and video games. Bastard. Wanna get a step down to compare with doesn't Pandemonium? Well, I always think of Pandemonium and Jade as special dungeons. You can't really compare them to any other dungeons. Final dungeon, it's like all the early Final Fantasies have horrible, horrible final dungeons. I would say the FF3 final dungeon is a game onto itself. Is an entire game. What? Oh, right. He doesn't have the black garb. It's Lena that has the black garb. I was like, what? How the hell? But even though he got stoned, fact of the matter is, with if he managed to survive an encounter with 4 lizards and all of them try to use gaze. Gaze, incidentally, is a very high accuracy petrification spell. Even though it's only at level 5. The fact that Butts and Zezat managed to survive a majority of those gaze spells speaks very well of our magic defense. And I keep repeating that magic defense, for some reason, the fact that magic defense was fixed, if you can call it fixed, like magic defense growth is absolutely explosive. Look at the magic defense levels we have, 7-60%. That is like much better than you would have end game even. I honestly think in FF2 you are not expected to tank spells using magic defense unless you go out of your way to grind. And in the NES version, good luck grinding magic defense because of the magic defense bug. Do I want the wizard stuff? No. But yeah, I would always just separate out the final dungeon. Just implicitly assume that the final dungeon is horribly long. And if we just take account of all the other dungeons of the game, Mysidia Tower is, I would say, by far and away the longest. In terms of annoyance, Dist would give it a run for its money. So yeah, speaking of options, our first default option is out the window when we are having to deal with HP trained monsters. What other strategies do we have? Can't really think of an. Oh shit! This is an encounter from hell, and hell is yet to come. I doubt we are going to survive this, but I think this will be a very good. This will be a very representative encounter for what is coming. What is coming up later on in the game? 800 damage! Are you kidding me? So let's just localize and talk about this encounter. We're not gonna send things to yeah, I agree with that. So you have to refight them. Getting wrecked by the ladies in game, outside the game as well. Oh man, don't get me started on that. These days I just don't have the guts to ask anybody out. A couple of weeks ago I remember I was having dinner with a colleague. And there's one rule which I remember back from my college days is you wanna ask her out like before you guys become friends or anything like that. Because once you cross that territory, it's almost over. And I was just sitting there across the table chatting with her, and holy crap, just couldn't do it. A good 20 minutes. Very disappointed in myself. Wait, what? Can I not get this encounter? I was never seriously bothered. Why? I mean, it's understandable. The fear of rejection, totally understandable. I've been there. But you just need one experience to change your perspective. That's what I figured out. My female friends just used to tell me that it's like fear of rejection is fine, but the thing is, as long as you just ask them out in a polite fashion, they will respect you, even if they end up rejecting you. You're just cutting to my video game time. Oh well, I can't help you there then. I mean, if those are your priorities. And I took that to heart. I'm kind of glad that's what I did. I went that route.
Hey, listen.
Hi. Hello, Passion. And I think I'm out of high potions. Oh god. I'm pretty much out of high potions. Let me not waste time collecting items. Let's just quickly go to the next floor. As long as we don't get more vampire ladies, should be fine. Richard's axe level increased, finally. He's getting somewhere. Okay, we have the toughest Gigas encounter. Can I actually do any damage to him? Let's find out. Actually, I completely forgot to mention this. I think one of the biggest reasons why we are having a relatively easy time with these Gigas fights, and just when I say I'm having a relatively easy time, is when he's starting to wreck me. I wanted to use a Thunder 16 spell now. Yeah, thank you. Man, this guy's physical attacks hurt way worse than anything else he has in his arsenal. Once again, the disadvantages of defense tanking. Now, one of the reasons we are having a relatively easy time with these Gigas fights is because of the Ogre Killer and its bonus damage against these type of encounters. So there being a robot with a 4-digit, yeah. Frequent reminder that we have the best defense money or treasure can buy. Treasure can't really buy. How to put this? We have the best defensive equipment that is that. We have the best defensive equipment available at this stage in the game, whether through cash or through treasure. I think I put that right. And despite that, he's doing quad-digit damage. I mean, sure, he's supposed to be a boss. But at every stage in the game, we are being shown that defensive strategies, I mean, defense tanking, maybe not a good idea. However, for the first half of the game, it was certainly a pretty good idea. Oh shit, I actually managed to win this fight? I didn't expect this. But yeah, Ogre Killer for the win. And to rub salt into my no magic wounds, I get the Flare Tome. I am out of high potions. I have only 2 elixirs. What should I do now? I have 8 high potions. Can I actually make it? We are on the 7th floor. What? Did I not see that we were on the 8th floor last time? I guess that was the 6th floor. Wow, I don't think I can make this. I do have 99 potions, so let's see if somehow it's gonna be possible. Out of high potions. Fantastic. Three whole floors to go. I'm just gonna go straight for make a beeline for the exit for the ultimatum. Not gonna bother with any more bosses. This is a case of so close yet so far. When you look at that 10 damage from the Chimera and you question whether not having more defense is really the best alternative, what other options could there be? So I think one option. Oh god. These guys can confuse. Oh wow. But at least we can grind for an answer to these kind of enemies. Now if an enemy confuses on hit, all we need to do is have enough magic defense to be able to tank those hits. To not be afflicted by that status ailment, because remember, physical attacks are always non-elemental. So even if someone has a twist headband, which Butts did, he still got confused. And that's why even a ribbon is not going to help you. It's just got to be magic defense. So we can potentially grind for magic defense. And we might be in a situation. We might be able to survive an encounter with those death flowers. But as far as the vampire girls are concerned, especially if they come in large groups, I think it has to boil down to luck. And how we can help it along is by grinding some strength to ensure that we are able to. Oh god. Zero damage. Alright, that was a cast. Yeah, I think this is a good demonstration. If you are able to one-shot the enemies, all we need to do is survive one round. And we'll be able to take out at least 4 of them. Now sure, the vampire girls can come in formations of even 7 sometimes. But the thing is, at any given point in time, only 4 of them are actually going to be able to hit us. So taking out 4 per round is not an inherently bad strategy. Of course, it's going to be more and more painful the more they are, but let's just say, for the sake of optimism, that we run into 4 of those things, HP drained monsters. I think the best case scenario we can hope for is shit. Best case scenario we can hope for is to... Oh my god, 6 imps. How do we deal with imps? The answer is we don't. Imps are the designated troll encounter in this dungeon, and obviously I'm gonna die here, so I'll just take a quick break and I'll be right back. Carry on like all hell is after you. But then what do you do when you reach hell? Yeah, but think from a perspective of a noob, okay? Probably don't have enough evasion to be able to run away consistently. So yeah, it's still gonna be a death. Now let's just say completely accidentally, actually not accidentally, the twist headband has pretty good stats. So it's likely that one of your characters would have the twist headband equipped. Let's just give one more benefit of doubt and no, not benefit of doubt. I was considering whether it would be fair to assume the Lamia Queen dropped a ribbon, but that is so astronomically rare that we can't really assume that. What other thing grants immunity to confusion? Mind elemental. White robe, I guess. So you would technically have two characters. At least you should. White robe has a decent 50 defense, man. Or not 50 defense. It has like 30 defense. Nine potions, are you kidding me? Out of potions. Oh shit. Can I make it? Yes! Oh. 0 potions, 0. Oh wait, I have 2 elixirs. Okay, it wasn't that clutch. But I made it. I can't believe this. This is as close as it can get. So yeah, I guess practically speaking, you're expected to have two party members at least with resistance to confusion. Unless accidentally, totally by chance, you equip both the twist headband and the white robe to the same character, which is possible because after all, people think that anyone can equip anything. So let's just do just that. Do one of the old men in Finn tell you about the fact that you stand to have magic penalties with equipment? I think one of them does tell you. Alright, Menno, we'll see you in Soul of Rebirth, where you will have nothing to do. This is actually an opportunity. Each of these orbs are going to give us plus 10 to a particular stat. And I think I should totally abuse this opportunity to save scum plus 10 strength on Lena. We got 45, 35, 45, 46. God, these strength values are so awful. And I'm not prepared to sacrifice defense for strength, otherwise I would have them equipped with the giant stuff. But that's just not the Berserker way. Ten strength. How much of a difference is it gonna make? Let's just say not much. Still, I hope it... Who got that strength? 45, 45, 46. Okay, pretty. What's got that strength? I'm fine with that. Don't really care about the other stats. Obviously, spirit and intelligence are meaningless unless they aren't. Hang on. Could it be that the magic defense percentage is based on spirit and intelligence? 7-61, 7-64, 7-60. No, I guess not. I guess not. Only thing I can work out is it's dependent on. I always thought stamina and magic. So there seems to be a discrepancy in this formula. Take a look at this. Stamina 56, magic 5. Okay. So if you half both of them and add, that'll be 60, 61 by 2, right? That'll be 30%. Take a look at this. 60%. So how exactly are they deriving this? And I don't think it's even dependent on equipment. Items give a bonus. What items? Vishal Gear gives some small bonus. Let's see what the bonus is. Okay, yeah, you're right. Small bonus it is. It's at 46%, but it still doesn't explain why it's not at 30%. And I think there is something being added. Either it's a flat something. What I said? Stamina 55, magic 8. So let's just say 60 divided by 3. 60 divided by 2. So his base magic evasion percentage should be 30%, right? If I've got the formula correct. So my theory is either it's a flat number that's being added, it's something constant, or it is dependent on another stat. I just haven't really been able to figure out what. Like, could it be spirit plus intelligence? I don't think so. That would just be plus 5 if we follow the same formula as stamina and magic. But it could be that some other stat is being added. Here's 45 plus 15 from what it should be. Yep. So not only is the magic defense bug fixed in this version, technically it has been enhanced. I think we can safely say that it has been enhanced to give more magic defense to characters. And even over and above that, I believe that even status procs with physical hits, enemy physical hits, it's not a 100% chance per hit. So if an enemy gets, say, 7 hits, it's still not going to be treated as a magic spell with 7 hits hitting. I think there is still a percentage involved. I don't know how badly I explained that, but you might have got that. Okay, so because of equipment bonuses, his magic defense goes to 61%, which makes sense. And the woman has 64% because of the black garb. Oh, and once again, black garb is awesome. Just no other word for it. And we get Ultima, the most ultimate spell in the world. Oh yeah, crap. I have to take into account Richard. No, wait, there's still a bit of time left before Richard leaves the party. Now, it's all well and good that I managed to survive 10 floors of Mysidia Tower. I mean, just barely. I just barely managed to eke out all of my resources. And obviously, those ladies didn't help. But it gives me confidence that for future dungeons, which are not that long, of course, the final dungeon is a complete beast onto itself, and that's gonna be some challenge. But if I manage to reach the final dungeon without giving up any of my other restrictions, I would be happy. And we'll think about that when we actually get there, especially the final dungeon. Stock up. First and foremost, stock up. Also, for the elixir strategy, I'm gonna try and make as much money as possible. So I've only got 269,000 bucks. Oh god. I honestly thought I would have had much more than that. So I only made about 69,000 bucks in Mysidia Tower. I mean, objectively speaking, it is a lot of money. But when you're aiming for $2 million, not dollars, 2 million gil, $69,000 is not good enough. How the hell am I going to make that much kind of cash? I mean, the flare tome will obviously help. If I get more flare tome drops, 20,000 bucks. Yes, please. I'm going to aim for 2 million gil. That's going to be some grind. Ultima Tome is going to contribute to the budget as well. 1 whole gil. I think it's time I sell off all this crap. No. Any weapon that I cannot buy, I am loath to sell it off. Flame shield. Now that I think about it, the ancient sword and dancing dagger inventory again. Completely useless at that stage. You never know. I mean, I had this kind of mindset, and one of my runs, I just decided to sell the dancing dagger, and that was the fucking time I actually needed the dancing dagger. So yeah, it's good practice, okay? But why the ancient sword? Why the hell would you keep the ancient sword around? I forget what I needed the dancing dagger for. Because if you can't find it anywhere else, technically that's not true, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Gold hairpins we can't buy is basically what I'm doing right now, isn't it? Well, I can't really buy it, so just keep hold of it, just in case, okay? Just in case. Okay, that's gonna be the case even after the final boss. Yeah, I'm not gonna use all of these elixirs just in case. Game over? Still not gonna use the elixirs. Alright, made a bunch of money then. Of course, my expenses are equally outrageous. This goddamn economy is benefiting so much because of the way I'm playing this game. I mean, I have to mention this. I constantly say one of the reasons I love this game is because you can play it so many different ways, like I've shown with so many of my challenge runs. But the thing is, you really can't. There are a couple of things. If you don't do, you're gonna get screwed. I think Gil came from hell. Why though? Because of all the monsters. I find a screw, I will be without negotiate. Why? Isn't negotiate just a? It's just like you basically have more money. That's all. Why do you think you'd be screwed without negotiate? If you would be screwed without negotiate, then obviously you're not doing something right. You're an overspender. Don't max out your credit cards. Monsters carry and the stronger monsters carry more. About that, I thought the entire premise of Final Fantasy V was you're actually getting paid to not buy the monsters themselves. You're getting paid by maybe the townsfolk or the world's government, if there's such a thing. Obviously, there's not. Maybe you're getting paid by the rulers of the world to get rid of those monsters. I always consider it like that. If it was something like that at the start, I could grind for money. Well, do that off screen, you asshole. Special monsters are paid by the body. I mean, that's the only way monsters dropping money ever made sense to me. Because coming from the Pokemon background, that just did not make sense. That I found quite shocking. You want money? You go and defeat monsters. It just does not make sense. And also you make money by selling monster photos. I guess a zoologist would be interested in that. Monster photos. I would much rather say monster fur or monster teeth, stuff like that. And you confirm because I have negotiated with right. But my point is, if you absolutely needed negotiate, then you're doing something wrong. That is my point. What do you say to that? Monster carriers follow their connection to health. Lots of guild was left behind after the invasion 1000 years ago, affecting a fixed supply. It's good money in a world of unstable warring kings. Trash items you get from monsters, then you sell for money like fur claws. Yeah, exactly. That's what makes sense to me. Imagine Kill is skipping that step. Yeah, exactly. But very, what do you say? Not intuitive. It is anything but intuitive for me. But very innovative perspective by Shihali here. Basically, we are enabling hell itself by killing monsters. Or how exactly is all of this guild coming to play? Because whether we like it or not, this entire economy is then being controlled by hell. Is that the hidden plot behind the plot? Holy shit! My eyes have been opened. You're basing a massive language by drastically increasing your economy is already good. Man, it's not required considering our brain know it existed. Monsters are made of money. Oh, Well, if they're made of money, surely only a certain type of weapon should be super effective against them. How do you define monster types if every type of monster is basically money? And I'm quite sure there must be a Pokemon these days who is just money. I should scratch that. There's a fucking monster. There's a fucking monster in FF3, which is what? Cursed Coin, right? I think it's called Cursed Coin. That is literally money. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, hang on. I absolutely need Paul's hidden stash. Let's go and talk to Hilda. Cyclone, please. Thank you. I can't find a money Pokemon. Really? There's a garbage Pokemon, like literally garbage. But there's no money Pokemon? Oh, that's a lost opportunity. That's cat. Yeah, Meow. His trick is making money. Klefki. Yeah, Key's Pokemon. I know, right? How come there's no money Pokemon? In fact, I would have thought that there would be a coin, which would be a money Pokemon, and it would evolve into a note. How cool is that? Let it be known the idea came from me. In the next generation of Pokemon, if you see that, this is where it originated from. And what would a note evolve into? That would be interesting. A check. Credit card? Credit yeah. Alright. Just because of that, I'm willing to share this copyright with Matt. Nintendo, you have been forewarned. And I forgot to buy high potions. God damn it, you guys. Oh wait, I did buy. Are we ready? Cyclone. Are we ready? Oh! Very important thing for the Cyclone is I need to grind 4 Venamaxes. Absolutely non-negotiable. Who drops a Venamax? I think it's a pretty common encounter. So now that we have the Ogre Axe, in order to get our next axe upgrade, the only way we can get our next axe upgrade is by drops. And there is one treasure chest which contains a Venamax. And then of course Gilgamesh will come with his own Venamax, but that is not too late, but I would prefer to grind 4 of them. So 7 cottages, elixir. How many elixirs can I afford? Something that I've never thought about before is which is the best place to grind for money? And Shihali makes a really good point here that literally hell is the best. I can't stop laughing at that. Hell is literally the best place to each Lamia Queen gives us 10,000 bucks unless she gives us something else. And each single Death Rider gives us 10,000 bucks. Or an elixir, even better. Hell is literally the best place to grind for money. But the thing is, if I manage to reach hell, then I've already gone through hell. Oh crap! Forgot to hear you. Cannot off the top of my head think about a place where I can grind money before at least on the world map. I think the second best option is to think about bet good drops. And is there anybody who drops anything of value on a consistent basis? I need to look this up actually. Which would be the best place to grind money? Because I would like, maybe not 99 elixirs, but I would like a whole bunch of elixirs. That would increase my survivability so much, especially against those damn creatures, HP drain creatures. Like, let's just be honest here. We've got a very flimsy strategy against those kind of monsters. Especially when we get to the Death Riders, it's just going to be luck of the draw. I guess these guys would be good for grinding money. I'm sure the sorcerers would drop something really valuable. Aura Tome, I guess Aura Tome we can sell it for 7,000 bucks. Of course, 7,000 bucks compared to 50,000 bucks, which is the cost of an elixir, is I mean not negligible, but it's gonna be a while. Haste Tome, Death Tome, I think this is pretty valuable. Each of these should sell for 10,000 bucks. I forgot to hear you again. I forgot to hear you. I can't hear you. How many times has that joke been made? I think it's pretty obvious I'm getting tired. Can I actually get through the next dungeon in half an hour? I don't think so. So I think what we'll do is get the Shiryu and stop for the day. Good progress today. This door hasn't been done enough. Shut up! Just like in other news, in good news, I didn't drop any more frames after that initial horror. But I'm glad to say, things have returned back to normal. I'm dropping frames again. No more zero drop frames. I mean, you can imagine what kind of life I must be living when I'm always very suspicious of anything good that happens. I guess that's one philosophy you should carry through in FF2 as well. Something good is happening? Oh shit. Better flip. What was the term we use? Better clench your asshole. Defecation is about to hit the ventilation, that means. Alright, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Tomorrow, I mean, not tomorrow. Next time, we will start with the Cyclone Dungeon. And I just hope I remember to grind Venom Axis. You guys have a good day and take it easy.